So, you know, I've just kind of basically took that bit off. We're left with a nice, lovely rump. I'm just going to take this last little bit of sinew off. So we're good to go. Oh, I'm just still shocked at the price of this. I'm sorry guys, I know I keep going on about it, but it's like unbelievable. Now, is that a bit of sinew that I can see that I'm not? It is. Right, so I've just seen a bit of sinew that I don't want in there, which I need to get out. Right, maybe that's why it's £4, because it's got sinew in the middle, but the good thing is I can prep it up and I can make sure I can take it out. I don't want that hard bit sitting in my... There you go, look at that, not nice. Really not good to put them down with. Watch your fingers guys, honestly. So as long as I get the majority of the hard sinew out, it's fine, you know. That is what we don't want. Sorry guys, I don't know if you can see it or not. I am looking. There's a hard bit of sinew there, which I've got rid of the majority of it, which is good. So we're left with a nice tender, beauty rump. $18°C, okay, it's not too bad then. $24 for me. Oh wow, bit warm. Remember I went, where did I go? I think I went to Hungary. I went to Budapest. This was like nearly a year ago now. And we went in the summer. It was 32 degrees or 35 degrees I think one day. Oh my god, it was so hot. Oh, Jesus. It was roasting. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but it was extremely hot. Literally, we walked outside and the air was just like so humid. It wasn't nice at all. Horrible. Right, okay, I'm not going to do any more to this now because this little beauty. We don't want... We've taken the majority of the sinew out, which is good. Fantastic. We're going to get this marinated. We've got all that horrible chunky fat, though the fat is also tasty, but it's also not very good for you, so I'm going to get rid of that. Guys, if you want to keep it and you can make a stock out of it if you want, you can make like a lamb stock, but it's quite a lot of fat. It's, you know, I wouldn't recommend it. You know, you can use it if you want to. It's entirely up to you what you want to do. But for the healthy purpose of things, get rid of it. But if you're having a treat day, I'd say roast it off, make a sauce out of it, you know, whatever. So. £4 equals $5, is it? I thought it was more than that. Let me have a little look. Oh, God, my back. Why's my back playing up today? I thought it was more than that. Unless our currency's changed again. Good old xe.com. Currency exchange. Let's have a look. What are we looking at? Well, hey, it nearly fell over there. That's fun. Oh yeah, it is. Just under $5. I thought it was more than that. Oh, okay. Yeah, our pound isn't very strong at the moment. It's ridiculously rubbish. So yeah, picked up a whole lamb rump for $5. That's really good. Oh wow. Where I live in the summer, it gets to 43 to 47 Celsius. Oh really? That is hot. That's roasting. Hope you got aircon. Hey John, how are you? Alex Sinex, how are you my friend? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing good. We're currently just prepping up our lamb rump, which I got. I'm just so happy about it. I keep telling people, I got it for £4. Got it cheap, so $5 in America. Yeah, we had this nice, beautiful, big size rump. We've taken the fat and the sinew off. we're going to marinate it now. We've got the marinade here, which has basically got thyme, rosemary, it's got cumin, it's got coriander, it's got onion granules, it's got onion salt in there, we've got ground cinnamon in there. We're really making a lovely, spicy, tasty kebab. So what we're going to do, got garlic in there as well. What else? We've got loads of little tasty treats in there. So predominantly a lot of rosemary as well. It's rosemary and lamb. It just marinates so well together. So really pasting this on. Really get those flavours going. So when we cook this later on, it's really going to have a nice beauty of a flavour. Sounds a bit Australian then. Right, beauty. It's going to be absolutely delicious, guys. So that's marinated beautifully. I'm just going to use the rest of the marinade to do the little scraps that we had, like the little tiny fillet. I had a little fillet on there, I was really happy with that. Got a little bit of sinew and stuff on it, but I'm still going to marinate these bits because I can probably use them for my either a spare dinner or something. I think this will do me fine for 2 dishes. I'm going to cook it off. Cook it off nice and pink. It'll shrink down a little bit, guys, because meat shrinks when you cook it. So you might think, oh my god, this one's really small. Don't worry. We're not using huge amounts anyway, so it's fine. So, they're marinated. Look at that. Delicious. Deliciousness. Wow, is it really already 1:30 already? Time flies when you're having fun, guys. So, we better start on the other dishes now. I know I've been prepping up the lamb, but that's good to go. We haven't got actually too much to make. It just doesn't take long, so what we're going to do, I'm going to get a bowl out so I can get this in there. I'm going to get this washed up and we can start swiftly moving on a little bit quicker. Not too much though, as I said. I'm not in a rush. I'm not going to, as I said before, we finish when we finish. You know, that's how it's always been. That's how it will be. We'll finish when we finish. I'm going to do a little bit of washing up, guys, because I need to get this washed tidy. Need to get rid of that as well. Give it a clean up because we've been using raw meat. That's going to sit there. It's going to marinate. It's going to be a right delicious treat for when we cook it later on. The smell's going to be fantastic. So what we're going to do, we're just going to clear this all up now, guys. Give it a wipe out. Wipe and a clean. So, if you missed this morning, guys, we did our tomato soup. I haven't got the soup bowl to show you. I've got the pictures though. I'll be posting them on Instagram. I'll be posting them on my Twitter, on all over the shop, all my social media, so you guys can check it out. I can show you the soup in a second. It was absolutely delicious. I added a little bit of roasted pepper to it as well, because I had a little bit of pepper that needed using up. So I thought, why not? Put it in there, and yeah, delicious treat. You guys don't have to put pepper in there if you don't want to. It was just something I wanted to use up. Save me throwing it in the bin, because I hate wasting stuff, guys. So, you know, I wanted to get it used. So you guys can add pepper as well if you wanted to. It's entirely up to you what you wanted to do. Do the same as me. Or you can just keep it as tomato and basil. That's entirely up to you. As I said, guys, your options are endless, really are. I'm just giving you kind of showing you the way, and you guys can help yourselves, you know, whatever you fancy. Possibilities are endless, guys. And we served that with, we made a rye crisp this morning. We made some basil yogurt, some charred tomatoes to garnish with it, and a bit of basil on top. Fantastic dish, really looking quite tasty. You know, really good dish. I enjoyed it. I love soup. You guys might think, oh, I'm not a fan of soup, but believe you me, majority of the people think that. Even sometimes I think, like, oh, soup. You know, it's... I don't know why soup has such a bad reputation, to be honest with you. I don't know. Maybe it's people have made it, like, really disgustingly bad. And, you know, I've had bad experiences with soup, don't get me wrong. Maybe that's why I think like that. And, you know, when I've had disgusting food like that, it's actually made me think, right, I'm going to take that dish and I'm going to make it tasty. And do you know what? I kind of see it as like a challenge. When I don't like something, how can I make it tasty? And I will. I'll use my culinary skills, use my head to think, right, what can I add to this? Make it really tasty, make it amazing, but also healthy as well. And you know, I don't know, I just seem to find loopholes where I'm like, oh, that will make it really tasty and it's actually good for you. So there is always a way around things. You just got to test things out, guys. You know, check back of packets for sugars and things and stuff that's not good for you, and then decide whether you want to use it or not. You know, just being aware of what you're using, really. Fresh is best, I always say. Even though sometimes I need to freeze things down, and you know, it's not always a bad thing. You know, if you need to freeze something, practically it's good as long as you eat it within. I would say I always leave stuff in the freezer, not anything longer than a month or two. That's just personal opinion, me. They say you can leave it up to 3-4 months, whatever. But you end up having freezer burn and all sorts on it if it's not protected well. If it's protected well, it'll be fine. But ideally, you don't want to leave stuff in the freezer for very long. So, you know, fresh is best, I always say, if you can use it. And if it's frozen, for me, it's usually used within a couple of days. So it's not too bad. So I'm just going to give this all a quick wash, guys. Sorry for the washing up. I always say to you guys, I do apologise. But you know me, I've got to have a clean kitchen before I can move on with my other jobs. You know what the score is. So we got our delicious lamb rump prepped up now. That is marinating in those delicious spices, in the rosemary, the garlic, onion salt, onion granules. What else we got in there? Rosemary, thyme, coriander. Oh, stay. Coriander seeds, fennel seeds. What else did we have? Ground cinnamon as well. Fantastic. Melly Ross, thank you so much for the follow. Please, guys, welcome Melly Ross to the channel. How are you doing, my friend? How is your day going? Thank you so much for joining the channel. Thank you so much for the follow. I really do appreciate it. Hope you're doing good. And hope you're enjoying